Esther, I need help my daughter's school fees. The deadline is tomorrow. Please, don't let them send my children home. Esther, my house rent is due. The landlord will throw us out in disgrace if we don't pay.
Sister Esther, my school fee is not complete. They will suspend me any moment. After everything, please don't let me drop out.
I can't do this anymore.
It had always been Esther. Esther, please help. Esther, I need you. Esther, you're the only one we have. From her younger brother to her older sisters, it was always Esther. And she always said yes. But that night, something inside her broke. Tears rolled quietly down her cheeks. As she sat there, drained, she reached for her notebook. The one where she used to write the life she dreamed of. A better apartment she could finally call her own. A small vacation. Just to relax and enjoy herself. Clothes she truly liked. Dressing the way she had always wanted. She stared at the pages. And her heart sank. She had not done any of it. Not one. Not this year. Not last year. Nothing. The last time Esther did something for herself was 4 years ago. And in that moment, it hit her. Again. And again. She had been the one giving, helping, sacrificing, and getting nothing in return. Now she felt trapped, tired, but unable to stop. Because even after everything, Esther still did not know how to say no. But this didn't begin today. This is how it all started. Back when Esther was still young. Her parents were still alive. She was not the only child. She had 2 elder sisters and a younger brother. Life was not easy for them. Money was always tight. But even at that age, Esther had already started helping. After school, she would look for small things to do. Sometimes she helped people run errands. Sometimes she sold little things. And anytime she got money, she did not keep it. She would go straight home. "Mommy, take this," she would say. "Use it for the house." Both of her parents would look at her with quiet pride. "God will bless you, my daughter," her mother would say. Her father would nod slowly, watching her. They were proud of her. Esther would smile. Helping made her happy. It made her feel useful. She didn't see it as a burden. She saw it as love. Then, life changed. Their parents passed away. And everything became harder. The home they once knew was no longer the same. Her 2 elder sisters grew into their own lives. They got married. And now had husbands and children. Her younger brother was now in the university. And Esther had a good job. She was doing well. And somehow, whenever there was a need, it was Esther they called. At first, it didn't feel like anything serious. One sister would call her and ask for help. Another time, the other sister would come and need something too. Her brother also started asking. It was always something small. But it didn't stop. The needs kept coming, one after the other. And every time, Esther helped. As Esther grew older, nothing about her changed. She still gave. She still helped. She still showed up whenever there was a need. Even in church. Esther was the same. Whenever there was a project, she was always among the first to give. If something needed support, Esther would stand up. She believed in God. She believed in giving. She believed that helping was part of serving God. One Sunday, the pastor called her out. "This woman has been a blessing," he said. "Let us pray for her." The whole church prayed for Esther. She stood there, smiling, happy that she could give. To her, helping people was still love. One evening, there was a knock on Esther's door. She opened it. It was her sister. Her face was tense. Not just crying. Something was wrong. Sis, what happened? Her sister walked in quickly. Esther, I'm in trouble. Our landlord came today. He said if we don't pay by tomorrow, he will throw our things outside. Esther froze. Tomorrow? Her sister nodded. I don't even know where to start from. Esther, please. You're the one I can come to. Don't let them disgrace us. Help me. Esther didn't speak immediately. She just looked at her. Then slowly. Okay. I will help you. Her sister let out a breath. Thank you, my love, she said quickly. I knew you would. Not long after, her phone rang again. It was her second sister. Esther, where are you? I'm at home. What's wrong? Her sister didn't waste time. My children were sent home from school today. Esther sat up. Sent home? Yes, school fees. They said if I don't pay, they won't let them come back. Esther, please. I don't know what to do. You're the only one I can call right now. Help me. Esther closed her eyes briefly. This was coming too soon. But still. Okay, she said. I'll send something. Thank you, her sister replied quickly. God will bless you. That same week, her phone rang again. It was her brother. Sister Esther. Are you around? Yes. I'm around. What's wrong? They said I won't be able to write my exams. Esther paused. Why? My fees are not complete. If I don't pay soon, they won't let me enter the hall. Sister Esther, I just need you to help me sort it out. You know I can't miss this exam. Please, just help me. Esther leaned back slowly. It was happening again. Okay, she said quietly. I'll handle it. Thanks, sis, he replied quickly. I knew you would come through. At work, Esther looked like everything was fine. But it wasn't. She worked in a good company. A place where people dressed well and carried themselves with confidence. But Esther was different. Her clothes were simple. Some of them already worn out. Some she had worn for years. She didn't look like someone earning a good salary. Still, she would adjust them, make them look okay, and come to work. But it showed. One day, two of her colleagues were talking. Esther works here, right? So where is her money going? Because honestly, it's not showing on her at all. The other one shook her head. She's not even married. No children. Nothing she's taking care of. So what exactly is she doing with her money? Then she added, at this rate, how will she even attract a man? They laughed. Not loudly, but enough. Esther heard them. She didn't stop. She didn't turn. She just kept walking. Like she didn't hear. But she did. Later that day, one of them walked up to her. Esther, be honest with me. Where do you keep your money? Because it's not showing on you at all. Esther smiled. A small, quiet smile. I'm fine, she said. I'm okay. And she went back to her work. That night, Esther got home and dropped her bag. She sat down. Quiet. The words followed her. It's not showing. She looked at herself. Her clothes. Her hair. She frowned slightly. Is it true? she muttered. Is it really not showing on me? She leaned back. For a moment, she sat with the thought. Then she shook her head. No. It's not like that. I just have things I'm handling. My family needs me. If I don't help them, who will? She sighed. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'll be fine. And just like that, she pushed the thought away. One day, her phone rang. Esther looked at it for a moment before picking up. Hello, sis. Esther. I need your help. Esther went quiet. What happened? Her sister's voice came again. My daughter just got admission. And right now, we don't have any money. I don't want them to cancel it. Esther, please. You know you're the one I always come to. Ever since our parents died. You've always been there. You're the one we can count on. Please, help me. There was silence. Esther didn't speak immediately. Inside her, something tightened. Sis, she said softly. Again. Esther, please don't say that. You know my daughter is your own too. Please, just help us. Esther closed her eyes. Tears slipped down her cheeks. Slow. Quiet. She swallowed. Okay, she said. I'll send something. Thank you, her sister said quickly. I knew you would. The call ended. Esther lowered her phone slowly. She didn't move. Then she stood up and walked to the corner of her room. Her hand reached for her small notebook. The one where she used to write the life she dreamed of. Her fingers tightened on the notebook. And standing there, with that notebook in her hand, Esther felt it. By now, Esther was already tired. Not just tired of everything around her, but tired inside. And just when she thought she could have a moment to herself, there was a knock on her door. She opened it. It was her other sister. Her face looked tired too. Esther, she said as she walked in. I've been meaning to come and see you. Esther looked at her. What's wrong? Her sister sat down slowly. Things are not easy right now. My husband hasn't been bringing in much. Everything is just tight. Esther didn't say anything. She already knew where this was going. Her sister looked at her again. I want to start something small. Just a little business, so I can support myself. But I need your help. Esther, you know how it has been. Ever since our parents died. You've always been there. You're the one I can count on. Esther looked at her quietly. She had plans for that money. But she didn't say it. She didn't explain. She didn't complain. Okay, she said. I'll give you something. Her sister's face changed immediately. Thank you, sweetheart, she said quickly. I knew you wouldn't say no. Esther smiled. A small, forced smile. But inside, she felt it clearly. She was tired. Later, when she was alone, she couldn't hold it in anymore. The tears came. Heavy. What is this? She whispered. Why is it always me? Her voice broke. God. I'm getting tired. She wiped her face. But the tears didn't stop. I can't even look at myself anymore. No peace, no life, nothing. Is this how I'm going to keep living? She cried. Really cried. But even in that moment, she knew one thing. Saying no felt like it would tear everything apart. One afternoon, at the investment company where Esther worked, a colleague came to her desk, looking worried. Esther, please. I need your help. She looked up. What happened? He dropped a file in front of her. I made a mistake in this report. If they find out, I could lose my job. Esther opened it and looked through it. Then she stopped. The mistake was serious. Fixing it meant taking the blame for something she didn't do. She leaned back. For a moment, she said nothing. She was already tired. Tired of always helping everyone. But he stood there, waiting, hoping. And like always, she couldn't say no. Okay, let me help you. She fixed everything. Carefully. Completely. When she finished, he smiled in relief. Thank you, you saved me. Esther just nodded. But deep down, something didn't feel right. 3 days later, the issue came up. They were both called in. Who worked on this report? The man spoke quickly. Not me. I didn't touch it. Esther turned to look at him. She waited. She thought he would say something else. But he didn't. He avoided her eyes. And in that moment, she understood. He had left her to face it alone. The blame fell on her. That same day, Esther lost her job. No argument. No explanation. Just like that. She walked out slowly. Everything felt quiet. Then she stopped. Her chest felt tight. Why? She whispered. Why did I do it? The tears came. Heavy. Because for the first time, Esther saw it clearly. She had helped someone. And it had cost her everything. She stood there for a while. Not knowing what to do. Not knowing what to think. Just standing. Then she started walking again. Slowly. Quietly. She was confused. She just kept walking. When she got home, she dropped her bag and sat down. No strength. No words. No plan. Just silence. She looked around her room. Everything was still there. But something inside her was gone. For the first time, Esther didn't know what to do next. That night, she called her first sister. She just wanted someone to comfort her. My sister, she said quietly. I lost my job today. There was silence. Then her sister spoke. So sorry about that. I was actually planning to call you tonight. We don't even have food in the house. I was hoping you could send something. Esther didn't speak. She had just lost her job. Yet, she still picked up her phone and sent the money. Later that night, she called her second sister. I lost my job. Esther, how, when, she said. It will be well, my love. And that was all. The call ended. Esther then called her brother. My brother. I lost my job today. He sighed. That's bad. God, the same job you've been using to help all of us. I was even trying to call you. My house rent is about to be due. My landlord is already disturbing me. What kind of problem is this? Why would they even sack you? Esther held the phone. She said nothing. Something sank inside her. But still, she sent him money that same night. After that, Esther sat quietly. Her phone was still in her hand. She looked at the screen, waiting. Maybe he would call back. Maybe her sisters would call. Just to ask, are you okay? Minutes passed. Hours passed. Days passed. Nothing. No calls. No messages. Slowly, her savings began to finish. Little by little. It was all gone. Then the landlord started coming. At first, calm. Then, pressure. You need to pay. Esther said nothing. Because this time, She had no money left. That day, she picked up her phone and called her sister. My sister, my landlord wants to send me out. Can I stay with you, just for some time? There was a pause. Oh, Esther, I'm so sorry, this is really hard. You know how things are here. I and my husband and the children, we are managing. Let me talk to my husband first. I'll get back to you. The call ended. Esther waited. She held her phone, looking at the screen. Minutes passed. Hours passed. No call. She called her second sister. She explained everything. Esther, I'm really sorry. This one is not easy. Let me check something. I'll call you back. The call ended. Esther waited again. But no call came. Finally, she called her brother. My brother, can I stay with you for some time? He was quiet for a moment. Okay. Let me see what I can do. I'll call you back. The call ended. Esther waited. That day passed. The next day, she tried calling them. No answer. Again. Still nothing. It was as if they were avoiding her. The same people she had always been there for were no longer there for her. The tears came. Not the quiet ones. This time, she cried. Deep. Painful. Why, she whispered. Why is it like this? I've been there for everyone. Her voice shook. Why is no one here for me? She covered her face and wept for a long time. When she finally stood up, she had only one place in mind. Church. She believed the church would support her. When she explained everything to the pastor, her job, her family, her pain, he looked at her carefully. Then he asked, "What have you done?" Esther was confused. The pastor continued. Sometimes when things fall apart like this, it means God is punishing you for something. Have you been living in sin? Have you done something wrong? Esther felt shocked. The same church that once praised her generosity now treated her like a sinner. Finally, the pastor said, "We cannot help right now until we pray and the Holy Spirit confirms what is happening." Esther nodded slowly. But inside, something broke again. She stood up, turned, and walked out. This time, she didn't even wipe her tears. That night, Esther prayed. Not because she had the right words, but because she had nowhere else to turn. "God," she said softly, "I have helped everyone." Her voice broke. Why is my life like this? She paused. Tears rolled down her face. Where did I get it wrong? The room was quiet. Very quiet. Deep inside her heart, she heard it. Not loud, but like a still, small voice. "You have loved everyone, but you forgot yourself." Esther didn't move. She just listened. "I told you to love your neighbor as yourself, not more than yourself." Her breathing slowed. The words settled inside her. Kindness should not destroy the one who is giving it. A tear dropped again. But this time, it was different. Not just pain. Understanding. Esther sat there for a long time. Thinking. Looking back. Seeing everything clearly. For the first time. That night, something changed. Something inside her shifted. Months later, Esther found another job. This time in a loan company. The pay was even better than the job she had lost. But the real change was not the job. Esther was no longer the same woman. She still helped people. But now, she paused. She thought, She chose. She learned how to say no. She began to save her money. Take care of herself. Little by little. She moved into a beautiful apartment. The kind she had always dreamed of. She arranged it the way she liked. For the first time in years, Esther felt peace. Her sisters, her brother, were no longer close. But this time, Esther didn't chase them. She had learned something. Helping others is good, but not at the cost of yourself. And for the first time, Esther chose herself too. She dressed better. She carried herself differently. Esther stood in front of the mirror. She adjusted her dress. Looked at herself. Properly. For the first time in a long time. She looked different. Not because it was expensive, but because she finally chose herself. She took care of her hair, her shoes. And this time, it showed. Not because people said it, but because she felt it. One day, at the loan company where Esther worked, a man rushed in. He looked disturbed, breathing fast, his voice shaking. "Please, I need a loan. My wife is very sick. They said it's cancer. If we don't make payment now, they won't attend to her." The whole place went quiet. Esther stepped forward. She looked at him closely. Then she froze. It was her sister's husband. "It's you," she said slowly. The man looked at her again. Confused, shocked. "Esther, you work here now?" Esther answered calmly. "Yes. I work here now." He swallowed. "It's your sister. She's very sick. And I don't have money. I don't even know what to do anymore. Please, help us." Esther stood there. Quiet. She didn't move immediately. She took a deep breath in and out. This time, she didn't rush. She thought. But it was still her sister. "Where is she?" she asked. "At the hospital." That same day, Esther followed him. They got to the hospital. She saw her sister. Weak. Lying on the bed. Fighting for her life. Esther stood there for a moment. No words. Just looking. Then she turned. Walked to the front desk. And made the payment in full. Quietly. No announcement. No explanation. And when she was done, she left. When her sister got better, it was her husband who told her. It was Esther. She paid everything. The news spread. The whole family heard. Esther now works in a big loan company. She looks so different. I didn't even recognize her. Not long after, they all came. Her two sisters. And her brother. Standing in front of her. Broken. Crying. They couldn't even look her in the face. "Esther, we are sorry. We never meant to hurt you. You know, ever since our parents died, you have always been there for us. Please, don't push us away. We are still your family." Esther stood there, looking at all of them. Quiet. No anger. No shouting. Then she spoke. Tears rolled down her face. "When I needed you, I wasn't asking for everything. I just needed somewhere to stay. Someone to say, 'Come in.' All I received was silence. Nobody came." A tear rolled down her face. "And that day, I learned something. Not everyone you carry will carry you." She looked at them, one after the other. But her voice was steady. "But thank God for everything that happened." They looked at her, confused. "Because now, I can see clearly. I now know who would stand for me." when I had nothing. And thank you for helping me see it early. Her voice was calm, steady. I love you all. But now, I need to focus on my life. I can't keep doing things the same way anymore. We are family. But I need to choose myself too. She looked at them. And this time, they understood. And for the first time, she did not feel bad. No guilt. No pressure. No weight. Just freedom. After that, Esther didn't go back to that church. Not because she lost her faith, but because of what it left in her. The pastor's questions. The silence. The way she was looked at when she needed help the most. It stayed with her. And slowly, she understood. Not everyone who speaks for God speaks with understanding. Then one day, she walked into another church. Quietly, she sat at the back, just listening, watching. This time, she was careful. When the pastor asked, "Who will support?" Esther didn't move. She didn't raise her hand. She didn't rush forward. She just sat there, calm. But later, she gave. Quietly. Anonymously. Nobody knew. And she didn't need them to. This time, it was different. Not from fear. Not from guilt. Not from wanting to be seen. Just from a place of peace. Esther was still kind. But now, she had wisdom. She no longer gave to be needed. She gave because she chose to. And for the first time, Esther was not just helping others. She was finally helping herself too. Because she had learned something. Something many people learn too late. Helping others is beautiful. But not at the cost of yourself. You cannot keep pouring when you are already empty. And sometimes, the person you must not abandon is you. Don't lose yourself while trying to save everyone else.
If this story encouraged you, don't just watch and leave. Like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring Christian stories like this. And tell me your thoughts in the comments.
Thanks for watching.